I'm done with the collecting process with respect to collecting PDF files, but there's another world of collection out there that Acrobat gives us some really useful new functionality with, and that's under Forms. In Acrobat 8, I can create a new form. In Acrobat 7, I could create a new form. If I'm on a Windows machine in either version, selecting this will bring me to the Adobe Lifecycle Designer product. That still is the case with Adobe Acrobat 8. If I'm on a Macintosh, this is going to be the process of creating a form by adding form elements to it using the form tools. That hasn't changed. What has changed, though, is what happens after I create a form. So let me go ahead and deselect that. I'm going to open a form that I've provided for you. Choose File Open. Inside the Project Files, Part 1, Lesson 2, I have a form called Guest Satisfaction Survey. I'll open it. And this is a form that I could either have built using the Adobe Lifecycle Designer technology. In this case, this is what I happen to do here. Or I could have created this form in InDesign, opened it on my Macintosh, and added fields to it after the fact. In either case, what I'm about to show you will work, because what I'm going to do is select Distribute Form, and Acrobat will kick off a process by which I can distribute this form via email to a group of individuals. So I'll select OK. I'll enter in my return address. I'll select Next. This is going to be a package that Acrobat will create to collect the data that returns. I'll select Next. I'll enter the email addresses that I want to send the file to, and select Next one more time. I can select a text file to use for the message body, or I can type one into this field. The reason Adobe gives you this is because for legal reasons it might be important to have somebody else provide you approved text that you can use without having to copy and paste into this. Now when you're done, Acrobat's going to hand this form over to your email client. It will go to the end user, and what they'll see is, I'll hit Cancel here, this form, they can fill it out and simply click Submit by email. A side note, and this is a very big side note, with Adobe Acrobat now, I can, from the Advanced menu, enable usage rights in Adobe Reader and enable a form so that someone with the free Adobe Reader can fill the form in, save it, and send it back. The distribution process automatically builds those rights into the form for you, but if you want to do this yourself, you can, and then distribute the form using a manual method such as by emailing it from this button here. I don't need to do that because I am distributing this form using Acrobat's technology. Now again, I'm fast forwarding through time. I'm the recipient of this form. I'll fill it in, and then when I click Submit by email, Acrobat will ask me how I want to return the form. I can use my desktop email application or a number of other methods. I'm going to hit Cancel because I'll fast forward all the way to the end of the process, and I'm going to show you the package that Acrobat creates when I receive these emails back. So we'll jump into the folder here. I have a package called Guest Satisfaction Survey Dataset 0001.pdf. If I open it, all of the responses in the dataset are available here, and as I trip through them, you can see they change here. I can click this View option so that it's easier to see them on the side, and if I need to make use of this data outside of Acrobat, which is a pretty common thing to need to do, I can always come over here to select Export Data, and then save the file out as a CSV file, a comma-separated values file. That I can throw into Excel, Access, any other database tool that I might like to use as a way to massage or manage the data from there. So not only can I collect PDF files together, I can collect data that my PDF files allows me to gather together. And that's a pretty significant new feature in Acrobat.